Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and it is good to be with you in the mobile lounge today. I'm in Seattle for the week and having a good time going around. I've done some nerdy stuff and seen some cool stuff and talked to some cool people. And today I want to talk to you about something. But first of all, hey, if this is your first time to the lounge, know this: the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. It's a place for you and me and my family to get together and talk about all the things that we love, be it TV shows, movies, games, toys, sci-fi, fantasy, anything and everything nerdy. That's what we talk about here on the Poindexter Lounge, and we're glad to have you. So if that's kind of what you like, please feel free to subscribe and become part of this growing community. That being said, today we're talking about this new Superman and Lois TV show. And you know, something I did a video about this when the information came out, and I guess, you know, I really wasn't thinking about this when it came out, and then I saw some traction on this, and it's a really good question. Is this now the end? Does this mean the end for sure of the cinematic version of Superman, Henry Cavill's version of Superman? Now, it's been up in the air as to whether Henry Cavill is coming back. There's been reports to the negative. There's been reports to the positive. We've gone back and forth. We saw his version of Superman, at least, in the Shazam movie. But now, is this possible now with them bringing Tyler Hoechlin's Superman to a show, actually, on the CW? Does this mean the end of the DCEU version of Superman? Or really, not even just that, but Superman in general in the movies, on the big screen? You know, does this mean that we're not going to get Superman on the big screen now for quite a while? This concerns me because I love Superman. Superman is my favorite character by far. I've loved Superman my entire life, and I love Henry Cavill's version of Superman. So I've always wanted Superman to come back. I've wanted a Man of Steel 2. We've done videos about this. We've talked about this extensively here on the channel, that I want a Man of Steel 2. And I think the world wants a Man of Steel 2. Everybody seemed, I mean, people who didn't even like Batman versus Superman, or Justice League for that matter, have talked about the fact that they want Man of Steel 2. They want to see Henry Cavill in a situation where he's able to have his own movie again. So we've gone through this whole storyline that was set up by Zack Snyder for Henry Cavill's Superman, you know, where we got to see him start off as Clark Kent. We got to see him move into the Batman versus Superman thing, which some people didn't like. I personally loved. But you got to see this darker side of Superman. You got to see the world kind of turn on Superman, which I think is realistic, really. I mean, and I think if you see the movie Brightburn, you got to understand Batman's concerns, because if you see Brightburn right there, that explains right there why you have a Batman versus Superman movie. But beyond that, then you saw Justice League. And at the end of Justice League, we finally get to see the Superman that we kind of all been waiting for. That you know, all-American guy, you know, truth, justice, you know, all that stuff, right? Yeah, truth, justice, in the American way. You get to see all that stuff at the end of Justice League, and it looked like we're heading in this direction. This is the direction that we were heading with the character, and you're getting the Superman that you've been waiting for. And then we got nothing. We've had nothing ever since. No traction, no talk, no nothing. So I'm a little worried now, because as much as I like, to a certain extent, Tyler Hoechlin's Superman, I expressed in my other video my concerns for Tyler Hoechlin's Superman in this Superman and Lois show, because they have not shown much respect to the Superman character on that show. They've used him in ways that I'm not happy with. They've put him down. They've degraded Superman to uplift Supergirl, which I don't think is something that has to happen, you know, for the sake of the character. I think Supergirl can stand on her own. I don't think that she needs to somehow best Superman or make Superman look weak for her to be strong, because she's a strong character. So this isn't some, man over woman thing. I think she's a strong character on her own, and I don't think that you have to make Superman look weak, but I think that that's what they've done. And I've mentioned the fact that they've taken already a lot of Superman's storylines and given them to Supergirl. So who is this Superman going to be? Also, I don't want to see a whole, Lois Lane should always be snarky, should always be giving Superman a hard time, always giving Clark a hard time and teasing him and ribbing him and stuff like that. But I really felt the last time that we saw them in the crossover, the last time we saw Lois and Superman interacting together, Elizabeth Tulloch's Lois, she was fine, but there were just times where it was kind of cringy, where it was kind of over the top, insulting to Superman. It was like the insults were at his expense. It wasn't that hey, I love you, like if you didn't know that they were together, but you'd say, man, she just really doesn't care for this guy. And that's not what I want out of this series. I want that relationship. I want that love. I want that respect that they have for each other, because they should have respect for each other. It shouldn't just be one way. It should definitely be both ways. And so I'm concerned. I'm concerned if this means the end now for the cinematic version of Superman, or at least the pause of that, because I think a lot can be said that, if this is what we're going to see now, sun right in my face, if this is what we're going to see now, it's very possible that we don't get Superman on the big screen for another 5+ years. And if that's so, that's too bad. That's a bummer. I hope that's not the case. I hope that they come forward and say, hey, we're moving ahead with a Man of Steel 2, you're going to get it, and we're going to have Superman. And I think that can work. I think that you can have more than one Superman. You can have, I've always said this, because we had Smallville and Superman Returns at the same time. We had Superman Returns in the theater, and we had Smallville on TV at the same time. And there wasn't some confusion or issue with that. And so I think that can work. I think that we can have both, and people don't have to be confused about it because of story-wise. You can understand one is TV, one is the movies. But WB doesn't always react that way. They don't always put their stuff together that way. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, and but I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that we get both. Because I love Superman, and I'll take as much Superman as you want to give me. You want to give me a Superman TV show? I'll take it. You want to give me a Superman movie? I'll take it. You want to give me a Superman radio show? I'll take it. Whatever you want to do, I will take it. And so I'm interested to see what's going to happen, where we're going to go, and how we're going to proceed with this character. But hey, guys, what do you think? Do you think that this means the end of the cinematic Superman, or at least a hiatus for Superman? Or do you think that, it's possible that they're going to keep on, that they're going to continue on with these characters, and that we'll get more? Let me know down in the comment section, all right? Also, follow us on social media. If you can, we'd love to have you as a Patreon and give you some extras and give you some shout-outs and stuff like that. And we'd love to have you be a part of all that, all right? Like, subscribe, become part of this nerd family. We love you. Up, and away. Here's hoping. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you made it this far in the video, you are awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support. Please smash that like button and of course subscribe, and also hit that notifications bell so that you are aware when we put out new videos, which is like all the time. Thanks for being a part of the Poindexter Lounge, and we'll see you next time.